before it get too hot. Y'all still at it? What y'all go to 10 today?
Yeah. I know I'm using the one booth in, but I'm training someone today.
Oh, you training today? Oh, okay.
So he's doing his thing back there.
Okay, good, good.
Oh, I need you.
Oh, look at you.
You got me this.
Don't do it, Vontae, like that. What's up? Y'all went to 10, right?
Yeah, 10
okay. All right, well, enjoy. Not too much longer. Fam. Pop into place. I'm back, man, after a long weekend. Long week. I took off yesterday. Come to the building, so. Gotta get a early morning start. Deezy, early morning, baby. Good morning. You doing okay? What you got on plan for today? Man, guys, yesterday I was tired. My God, I was like, Ghost. Doing good, Ghost, doing good. Got me a little more energy today, man. I had a long week, guys. A long week. You know, being back in school, man, it's just like, it puts something on you, man. And the kids ain't even got here yet, you know, because, you know, you're dealing with meetings. We having meetings here, we having meetings other places, and then, like I already told you guys, by being an exceptional education teacher, it's not like a normal, regular ed. So we still have regular ed stuff that we have to do. We got to collaborate with everybody else, but we still got a lot of paperwork. It's a lot, trust me, it's a lot. You know, that's not the rewarding part of the job. The rewarding part is when you get those babies and you can just be able to engage with them. Man, the other stuff, if I ain't had to do with the other stuff, it'll be smooth sailing. It'll be smooth sailing, y'all. So, but yeah, I'm over at the building this morning, guys. My baby girl, man, she stayed in the dorm last night, so I'm gonna check on her in a little bit. But I just tried to come by here. Left Ma at home. She was power washing. Power washing the house. Man, praise God, Deezy. Praise God. I was just thinking about that. Like, I want to try to give y'all more about, you know, story time. I know Keon and I'm always doing story time, so Mom, we'll get on here. We'll try to do more story time with y'all too. So like I said, at the end of the day, man, y'all are family. You know what I mean? We consider y'all family, so we're gonna try to be involved in our life, man. Catch y'all up to speed. So, yeah, today I was like, man, I slept in a little bit. You know, I'm usually up early. I had to get up at 4:30 this morning because I usually don't go to the gym. I don't go to the gym on weekends. I just do Monday through Friday. So I'm trying this thing, y'all. Y'all pray for me, man. That I can keep this thing up throughout the week. It's gonna be tough though. Oh, that's good. These, I got you. Sure, you need to get a whole bunch of young men on here if you want to hear all that. You know, I can drop y'all some nuggets, man. I can drop y'all some real nuggets on you know, that's me and Mom Lane right there. The importance of, you know, I'm gonna tell you in a minute. I'm gonna bless you on how I went about getting. I'm gonna tell y'all the real, true story on how I really got Mom, how I got the catch. You know what I'm saying? The real deal. Gotta stick around for this, y'all. Gotta stick around. Oh, Deezy, I got nuggets for you, baby. I got you. You know I got you. Papa ain't gonna let you down. I ain't gonna disappoint you. You know I won't. I got your back, boy. Woo-wee, I got some nuggets for you. Deezy, can you hear me? Because I got the phone in the awkward. Let me see if I can change it. Can you hear me if I do it like that? Am I talking loud enough? You just give me a thumbs up. If you can, I might have to make adjustments. Man. Hey, before all right, cool. Yeah, I'm about to give you these nuggets. Before I give you these nuggets, let me tell you about I'll be popping in and out. Yeah, so give me a quickie. No, these days I don't do nothing but trash, so I gotta run around this jacket. Yeah, so I was telling y'all about what I was doing with my schedule. So y'all pray for me, man. Like on Mondays through Fridays, you know, since I'm back in school, it wasn't as difficult because when I'm on summer break, I really ain't got to worry about having to get up early. So I'm gonna get up early and then come back. I can take a meal, rest, and all that kind of stuff. Now I gotta get up, go back, get ready to go to school. Be at school by 7:20. So I kind of got my routine. See it work out. As long as I get to the gym before, if I get to the gym by, trying to get to the gym by 5:15. So I'm getting to the gym by 5:15. I was saying, well, when I go back to school, because I got to be at school at 7:20. So I have to make sure. I think what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to cut my gym down to like 45 minutes. Usually I go for an hour. So I'm just trying to be strategic on how I can set my time. So what I think I'm gonna do is, once I hit the gym, I'm going to get there about 5:15. I gotta get my mileage in, so I focus on my mileage, and then I try to get my stuff down to my workout to like 20-25 minutes. So they'll give me like 15 minutes on the treadmill, and then the rest of the time, 20 minutes or so on just actually working out. I think that'll put me at enough time that I can get back home. Because I still want to be able to get home and trust me, it's sting. Gotta wash that thing off. Get back home so I can be able to take the dogs out. I have to take the dogs out, and I just take them out so they can do their thing. That's probably like 10 minutes. I was thinking if I can get home by 6:30. No, I'm about to leave the gym by 5:15, 6:30. I'm about to leave the gym by 6. Because if I can leave the gym by 6, it takes me about 10, 15 minutes to get home. I get home at 6:15, take a shower, take the dogs out. And if I can get all that done, my stuff I do at home, if I can get that done by 6:45, that way I still can keep my routine as far as, well, I think what's going to have to help. I have to get Mom to make me some type of breakfast. I usually only put fruits anyway, fruits. Maybe I'll do like an oatmeal the night before or something, and then I can just warm it up. I'm kind of plotting it out in my head, so, but I need to be out of the house by 6:50. If I can get out of the house by 6:50, it only takes me 15 minutes to get to work. So I can get to work by 7:10. I can get to work by 7:10, 7:15. Then that way, because my assistants pick up the kids about 7:20, the bus get there about 7:20. I'd be good to go, yo. So that's what I'm planning. It was a little different this week. Since we didn't have the kids, we didn't have to be at school at 7:30, so I really wasn't stressing it. If I got there like 7:35, 7:40, wasn't no big deal. But now that the kids come, man, them little jokers, you gotta be ready, because when they get in that room, they off and rolling. We off and rolling, baby. But I kind of got it scheduled out in my head. Just got to put it in action. You know what I mean? The school for me it's like 15 minutes. It's like 15 minutes. And what I do too, I stop in the morning once I leave the gym. I get my coffee. That's good. I think I told y'all that. I drink coffee, but it's not even, majority of the time I won't get caffeinated. I get decaf. So it's like most of the time people drink the coffee for the caffeine, but I don't even use the caffeine. That don't make any sense, Daisy. Why I'm doing it? I believe it's for the taste. I don't know why. Like, I think it kind of tricks your head. Because even if I drink caffeinated, it still don't make a difference. I'll still fall asleep. Brother, still be sleeping. Still be sleepy. But it's all good. Yeah. I know, no sense at all, dude. I'm like, why get coffee if you don't get caffeinated? Back in the day, this is crazy. I used to actually, back in the day, I used to, maybe when I first started the business, I don't know, I think I told y'all this. When I first started the business, I was teaching. Actually, I was teaching and doing this at the same time. Because, you know, we've been here at the news station for like, I had this contract for like 20 years. Been over here. We've been cleaning this contract for like 20 years. Blessing. And the good thing is, like, you know that's favor from God, because we've been doing this for like 20 plus years now. We had other companies, of course, to come through. Just actually had one thing. Somebody tried to get this joint recently. But they was like, nope. This is another one of those story times too, guys. It's like, you know, when you get into like business on your own, yes, 20 years in a building, that's unusual. So you know that's nothing but God. It's like, I always said, there is a certain thing, Dizzy, called not doing good business. Because I've been through what I've been doing cleaning. I've had my business for like 20, 21, 22 years. And I was doing this and I was teaching at the same time. And then, you know, that's when I told you guys I had to take a little hiatus. I didn't even tell you about this one, Daisy. Another story. I kind of get to like why it's important about having, when you get into business, all business is not actually good business. You just don't want to take anything. Let me address that first. Then we'll go into talking about this journey I took with the business. But I realized early on when I started doing cleaning that me and my brother actually started the business together. Now he no longer works with me. I kind of took it over, and now Kay kind of helps me more now. And then I kind of hired my brother-in-law. That's why I said my schedule is it's not gonna be as, it may look crazy. And you're like, dang, Pop leaves teaching, then he go to track practice, and he come to the building. It's not actually that bad the way I got it set up now. Mom, she told me if I was gonna do it, because she actually wants somebody to be in the building full time. But like I said, we've been in this thing 20 years. This is my baby. I just can't let nobody just be in this junk. You know what I mean? So I gotta make sure everything's in place like it's supposed to be, and that they're taken care of. Because I look at it like, I've been doing this for 20 years, so they've been taking care of me. I gotta make sure I'm taking care of them, you know what I mean? Because it's this favor just being in here. It's like, for example, we know like the general manager, like he runs the whole entire station here, and he is in charge of other stations around other states. Cause I think he's in charge of like 10 or 11 stations. So he's the head guy that runs everything, and African American. And we do lunch with him. We go out with him. I can call and text him. You know what I'm saying? Really cool. Always looking out for us. I actually had a sit-down meeting with Kay. He's gonna open up different doors for Kay so he can sit down, and once Kay wanna launch into his career as far as in law enforcement, he knows people. He already told me, said, I can connect you with this person. So favor, man. It's like, so you gotta take care of that stuff. When you take care of somebody else, they're gonna take care of you. So that's the scripture said, you know, God will put you in front of great men. You know what I'm saying? So it's this favor, man. So, you know, we come in doing it. That's why I be like, dang, people, I used to have to deal with people at times saying, Dad, what you do for a living? There was one time when the kids were younger, and the girl said, yeah, so my daddy claimed, he said, your dad's a janitor? And it was kind of like, they kind of said it in a negative connotation when they were younger. But fairly realize it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily a cop. He wants to be, well, I guess he have to be in that realm, but he does want to do, he wants to be a detective. So he wants to be a crime scene investigator. So like when it's murders and stuff like that, he'll go out to the crime scene and he'll analyze, do the forensics on the spot type stuff. So he want to be a crime scene analyst, investigator type deal. So you probably have to go through that realm at some point, but you want to be more the detective side. So you can solve crimes. So, but yeah, that was a big thing, man. So, you know, getting into this business brought a lot of benefits, but kind of leading to that, I got into it, and come to find out, I used to have like 20 buildings, 20 contracts that we used to do. It was crazy, and it was a lot. So it kind of goes back to saying, well, like, all business is not good business because we should take this anything. But sometimes you take stuff, it comes with a price and it comes with a headache. Because certain people you work with is not always like, you know what I mean, not good people. So for a long time, I wouldn't take stuff. I just like, I pray and say, God, you open the door. If you want me to have that, you want me to have that business, if you want me to be in there, then you make a way. So that's how I lead now. Like, I ask God, you send me the stuff that's going to be beneficial for us, not the opposite way that I'm just seeking to get into something and putting myself in a situation that I got to worry about, you know, if we go into the building, they're accusing you of stuff, or, you know, they're not necessarily for you, they setting traps for you. Like they'll put, times, man, they'll put paper clips and stuff down. People leave stuff at their desk to see if you cleaning up or if you vacuuming. It's like, come on now. Why do you treat people like that? But it be people like that. You know what I mean? And like in this, we actually had 2 news stations at one point. So we used to do this, and then for 10 years, we used to clean Channel 6 as well for like 10 years. I mean, our name going on, we do good business. Yeah, sometimes you just realize, man, your sanity is more important than actually money. And then having a business is a faith walk too. A huge faith walk. Yeah, K amazing, man. He loved that stuff. He been loving that stuff since he was younger. So we just believe in right now. You know, he just good with people. Kid's a jack of all trades. He good with kids. But he just all around. He just good at just kind of connecting with people. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna do well. He'll do well in law enforcement. Like I said, his biggest thing is he want to be able to get in a situation that he can go in, he can solve crimes, be engaged that way. He just loves the community, being locked into people. So I'm excited for him. Like I said, the thing with K, whatever you do, whatever he do, man, he gonna be successful at it. He gonna be real successful, so we're proud of him. I know, yes, you definitely know him, DZ. You'll definitely know him. But he is that type of guy, man, that like you really want to be around. You know, because it's almost like too, if y'all notice, like even with, you know, Key too as well. Key a little bit more laid back. But he like that too. They're like actually, they're the kind of people that, you know, you really want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Because they're genuine. It's like what you see is what you get. Like with both of them. And it's like, it's almost with K, it could be, it's a blessing and it's a curse at the same time, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is like, it's a blessing and a curse. Because like you think about it, because K is so open, he's so loving and caring, people also, they try to take advantage of that too. And he just see it as one way, you know what I'm saying, Deezy? He see it as like, he locked in to the person, and he locked into fulfilling, like, you know, really loving others. Like the commandment said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's definitely K. And the crazy thing, he gets that from him, and Key actually get that sign from me. So we'll be the first ones to give you, you know, if you're in need, we're gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? We'll get our shirt off our back if we have to. You know what I mean? And that's just him. Kayda kind of like that too. It was kind of ironic because I think we talked about a little bit about that yesterday. All of us we got a piece of mom. When you look at all the kids, and if you want to see, because I think what Celine and them, or KJ and them were asking, like, I think I was asking yesterday, Deezy, about how will we be able to hang out with our kids in our 20s, you know, at our age? And we said, yeah, because they're absolutely like us. They just like us. And when you look at them, each one of them has a piece of one of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you look at K is probably like, K actually is more like mom, but he has a lot of my similarities as well. You know, like the caring part, caring for people, you know. Like I said, if I got it, you'll have it. You know what I mean? Giving. If I can give it to you, you'll get it, you know. Need, or you got a need, I'm gonna address the need, you know what I'm saying? Because I just love people. We just love people. So K kind of got a portion of me, but then on the flip side, he like his mama too. Very, you know, headstrong, you know, really focused. Yeah, get it from you too. Yeah, and then K, like, you know what I'm saying? K a lot like his mama. Very has his opinion, very opinionated. He gonna tell you straight up as it is. He's not gonna sugarcoat a lot of stuff. He ain't gonna tiptoe around it. He gonna tell you straight up. And what he say, he gonna mean it. You know, he ain't gonna beat around the bush. So he got a lot of his mama. He got a lot of his mama in him too. Key more like me, if you wanna call him. If you want to split an image, Key is exactly like me. Like, if you want to know how I was when I was in my 20s or as a teenager, if you want to know how I was, look at Key. That was me. Very loving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Key is chivalry to the finest. I say it all the time, like, whoever gets with whoever the girl that he, you know, falls in love with, or they match up, she gonna be taken care of. Hands down. With both of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with K, like with B, she ain't gotta worry about nothing. Because when he locked into you, he locked in. He gonna take care of you. Key, just like me. Like, he the type of guy, you know, you going out, he ain't gonna let you pay for nothing. you know what I'm saying? He gonna take care of the bill. He gonna buy you, you know, he gonna take care of everything. Generous, loving, kind, you know what I mean? Affectionate. So if you ever want to know how funny, gonna laugh, gonna joke, you want to know, like, if I was like, when I was like their age, that was me. I was a splitting image of Key. We the exact same person, but just in different years. Here's the whoop. Did you ever have to whoop them? No. I can tell you what I did. So, and this kind of finished out, I'm gonna tell you that I did. Heyitzkaia is just like her mama, splitting image. if you want to know what Mika was like, it's Kaya. It's a mix of both Kaya and Kayda. Mama was really fashion oriented. I think the girls kind of pick up, especially Kayda. You talking about talented. You wonder where the girls get their singing from. Wonder where how Kayda is really big in art and doing all that. Kaya having all these talents and these ideas. That's Mama. Mama can draw. She's creative. Like she said, she can sew. She make her own stuff. She can make her own clothes. She make her own fashion sense. She was doing this when she was young, like 15, 16. Having her own fashion. Mom started trends at the school. Like back in the day, you would wear like a certain type of clothing. Mama had a certain like jumpers she'll make. They'll spray paint them. And then she'll wear some cleats or something. Football cleats with them. Starting trends. Really fashion sense, man. So if you want to know what she was like, just look at Kayda and Kaya. Mama's the split image of them. Personality-wise, she's more like Kaya. Very driven. Mom's is super smart. Academically, Mom was like she was an AB honor roll student. She wanted, actually, I think she told y'all she was gonna do criminal justice. She actually wanted to be a judge in the military. But then I'll come back to that because that's another story in itself, how Mom was supposed to be a judge in the military, but then she met me. You know what I'm saying? Mom, the girl's beautiful, man, just super talented. So if you ever want to know what Mom was like when she was younger, splitting image of Kayda and Kaya. But as far as personality was, she's more like Kaya. Kaya's very headstrong. She gonna tell you like it is. And like same as Kayda. They all got the same personality. Kayda mirrors a little bit of me. She can have her moment in her, but it's kind of suppressed. But she's more loving, nurturing, caring. She get that side from her, but she also like me. She's more laid back. She don't want no confrontation unless she has to. You know what I mean? So on that side, Kayda's more like me in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But back to what you're saying, DZ. Did they get whoopings? Now, it wasn't like we did not believe in giving whoopings. Of course, as you know, we raised them up in the church. So our stance and beliefs wasn't like, we go by the word. You say it's spoil a child. You spare the rod, you spoil the child. You know what I'm saying? So we were big on making sure that we raise them the way that, according to the word, but also being practical, too. Because we didn't want to set them up for failure. But did they get weapons? The question, the simple answer to that was, yeah, they did. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got weapons. Now, did they get a lot? No, they didn't. They're getting a lot, and I'm gonna tell you why. And this is a contribution to why they are the way they are today. We believe weapons were necessary as they were younger, because you do have to establish a foundation as they're younger. I believe that holds true to every kid. So we definitely didn't spare the rod because we know you need that discipline as you're a younger kid. Now what we did, Kayda probably is the one that got the most whippings out of everybody. Because remember I told y'all last night, she was strong-willed as a baby. So she used to get into everything. Mischievous, strong-willed, always into something. So she was always the one getting popped. And we weren't like, I think when I spanked them, I did one time with a belt, but I was more of like, I give them 2 jumps. Pop, pop. That was it. And that's when they were little. I think maybe 3 or 4 at the most. Other than that, might pop them on their backside with our hand. Yeah. But they didn't get a lot. Like it's like maybe I can think of. They would tell you they got like a couple. You know, you hear the stories that Keon Key tell. But a lot of that stuff was self-inflicted on them. They did that because they were cutting up or something, so I had to give it to them if they won't listen. But other than that, man, like they did get whipped. Kaya probably was the one that got the least. I think I only remember popping her maybe once or twice because she was always into stuff. Like we told her not to touch the iron, and then one day, this is another story. KJ, what's up, KJ? You came right in town to story time. One time, Kaya was little, and she got probably the least whippings out of everybody. So when Kaya was little, we told her, don't touch the iron. And set the iron. She knowing the iron was hot. What you think she did? She went back, touched the iron, burned her hand, and we had to send her to the emergency room. She was the one always into something. So she probably got popped for that. Yeah. I definitely got Mom was more like the disciplinarian. I get a boys a little something here and there, but I'm gonna tell you what I was more big on. Yes. I was more big on establishing communication with them. Oh, let me go back to Kai real quick. Kai also, man, why she was in the thing and she touched the iron. She was the one always, Mom literally, guys, I lied to you now. Mom literally had to have poison control on the refrigerator. Had to have the number on the refrigerator because Kai was always into something, y'all. I remember, if you go into shoe boxes, when you get a new pair of shoes, put this thing over here, this ain't tripping. If you go get a new pair of shoes, right? In the boxes, they had them little packets, like warning packets. You don't supposed to eat them, got a little skull or something on them. But you don't supposed to, man, she went into the shoe box one day, and Kayda, we was in the car, and Kayda said, Kai eating candy, Mom. I said, candy? I said, nobody give her no candy. She was like, what you eating? And we looked back. She took the package out of the shoe box and was eating the little package that had a little skull thing on it. Eating them jumps. Come on, man. It was like, what are you doing? So Mom had to call the poison control to make sure. Then they just told them like, no, she'll be fine, this and that. They probably knew Mom personally because she would always have to call. One day sprayed Lysol or something in her mouth when she was little. God, it was wild, man. She used to do all kinds of stuff. But she probably was the least got spankers. More her, we might have to pop her. Don't do that. Keep telling her, you know what I'm saying? So, but what I did, I really wasn't huge on necessarily spanking them like that or giving them whoopings. I was more trying to establish that they were big on they didn't really want to disappoint you. So we established that communication thing right off the bat. So what I did was, and Mom told me to stop telling people the story. Okay. Mom told me to stop telling people the story. But it worked. I don't know if y'all have y'all ever seen this? It was, and I told them the other day, I said, that's why my method worked. I remember it was Mom and them showed me recently about some kids in China and how they little, 2 and 3. They would have them sit around in a circle and they have somebody covered up in like a costume or suit. And then they were teaching them about stranger danger type of. What's up, Gary? I'm doing good. You doing okay?
Yes, I'm doing good.
Staying busy?
Yes, trying to.
I know, right? I know. You seen that, DZ? So they were going around. They had a guy dressed up in a suit, and then I guess he had candy or some type of candy or something. And then they were taking around to the kids, walking them in a circle, watching the kid to make sure that they weren't grabbing. Do you see the kid like, no, no. Some of them he'll try to grab them, they crying, ah, ah. A couple of kids took it. And when they took the candy, the dude would snatch them up and run them out of the room and take them out. But you think about it, man, that's an awesome way to train kids on not to take stuff from strangers. And that's what I did with the kids. So what I did was, as they were younger, I would, I laugh because Mom, she'll get on me if I tell y'all this, but this is good. I used to, when they were smaller, and I was establishing a reverence of understanding that there's two things that can happen to you. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know whether they're back up. I was trying to establish to them there's two things that can happen to you. If you're doing wrong, this is what can happen to you. But if you're doing right, you'll get rewarded. So I started with K, and then it just kind of went down the line. You know what I mean? So a lot of them it lessened because once K got it, when Key got it, I might have to only do it maybe once with the other two. Or I might not have to do it at all. I don't know if, I think Kai said she did get it. But what I used to do was wet paint. Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on real quick. See, wet paint on the shirt. So what I used to do was, when they were little, I used to take them, if they did something wrong, I would say, look, guys, instead of whipping them all the time, because sometimes them whippings don't work as they get older. So I was trying to establish that so we can lessen the whippings and they can understand the importance of being able to communicate and doing what's right from the bat. And really instilling them like they didn't want to disappoint you. Not only disappoint you, but disappoint God. So I would take them, and what I used to do was take them out, like they did something, take them to the stove. So,
Good morning.
good morning. I used to take them to the stove, right? It may sound harsh. It was two things I did. I said, take the stove. I said, now you know we talked about the difference between heaven and the difference between hell. So I took them to the stove. And I said, you know, it was like turn the iron and the iron get hot. I said, now put your hand up here. And the stove would be like right here. I said, every time you doing something negative or you doing something wrong, if you lying, you taking stuff, you know, you being disrespectful, you know, you not listening, X, Y, and Z, you get closer and closer and closer to what we call separating yourself from your family and from God. Because you know what, me and Mommy and Daddy, we're living that we can go and we can live a life with Him. You know what I'm saying? So we should teach that, getting closer and closer and closer. So then as they bring their hand down, and the closer that they got, when that heat hit, they snatched their hand. I said, you feel that? That's what's gonna happen. That's what we're trying to prevent from happening. And I used to explain that to them when they were very young, at a very young age. Mom said it was crazy. You can't be telling people that, this, and that. But I told her, I said, it worked though, didn't it? So I used to do that. And then I also used to do another one that when it was dark, when it was like 2 or 3 and they did something wrong, I took them in the bathroom and I showed them the separation between good and bad, being with your family and being with God, separating them. And I took them, put them in a bathroom, a dark bathroom, where it's dark, and then I would shut the door. Now at the time, it breaking my heart too, because our loving Father does the same thing with us. So it was, as much as it hurted me to do it, I had to teach them a lesson. When you're doing X, Y, Z, you're separating yourself from not only your family, but you're separating yourself from God. And I did this when they were 2 and 3 years old. Put them in there, shut the door, they screaming, no, get me, crying, this, and that. And then once they did that, even with the example with the stove, what I did, I would take them out. I said, now explain to them. This is what happens when you don't talk to us. This is what happens when you don't tell us what's going on. I can't protect you. Mommy and daddy on this side, we're striving to do what's right. We stand in the light. You see how good it is when you get out and you're not separated and they screaming out, let me out. I'm not saying anything, not talking to them or nothing. Just letting them scream and yell. Now, I'll leave them in there like what, 2 minutes? That 2 minutes probably felt like an eternity for them little babies. They'll come out, and I said, they'll come out, they'll be in there crying once they come out the light, and I said, now come here, and give me a hug, and I'll love on them, and I'll kiss them, and I'll look at them, I'm telling you. And then during the time, I'm choked up too as well. Showing that compassion and seeing that compassion from their dad, from their father. You know what I'm saying? I said, this is the same thing what God does to us. He's hurting just like I'm hurting with you. And I don't want to be separated from you. I want to always be able to take care of you and love you and do X, Y, and Z. And I told them and shared them the importance of that. And then they seeing the humanity from their father. And I'm crying too and tearing up with them, but I'm loving them. And I'm telling them, this is why we got to do X, Y, and Z. And I did that instead of whipping them. And that took them further. By us having those conversations, not only did it was able for them to relate in the natural what is like in the natural, but also to relate with what they can't see in God, because God's working through me to work through them. And now you see why it translates to them as being older. That's why I said not towards perfection, because they'll be perfect once we all call up to glory. But it's all about how we can always come back to the Father. Make sense? So that's what I did instead of whipping them. Yes. So that was some of my methods. It might have been a little bit at the time crazy, but in the long run, it's going to benefit. So you guys can use that if you want with your kids. And once you get your significant other, you probably want to talk about it first, because mom didn't like it, but it was necessary. Because you got to establish that stuff as they're younger. Because if you get in the foundation and do it when they're younger, eventually they get it as they get older. It's a process. So just got to kind of remember that, man. That's a lot of stuff. You try to detox kids as they get older, but it becomes too late when they hit a certain age. You got to put that stuff. You got to instill those type of values in that foundation as they're younger. And then when they're older, that's why the word said they won't depart from it. Because you're putting this stuff in them early, not later. It's harder when you get later on. Because your mind is already wired and geared to not only your environment, but your surroundings. So you gotta do it right from the start. Appreciate that, Dizzy. Appreciate that. Yes, we need a discipline now. Just think about the kids now in this generation. It'll kill a lot of confusion on how they are created, how their identity is established. So a lot of kids now in this generation, their identity is all thrown off because they don't know who they are. They don't have a foundation on what's right. They don't have a foundation on what's wrong. They out there freelancing, doing what they want to do. Establishing their own ways, making their own rules. They take God out of the equation. They go in there, changing themselves, changing their minds about who they are. Push it as far as changing their gender and all that other kind of stuff. You're like, why? Why does that happen? Well, they'll say, I was born this way, I was born that way. They say, not really. You weren't. Now, things could happen. But I believe that God said he created everything for the good. He created everything for it to function in its proper order. Because he said he does it in decency and order. If it's outside of what he does, it's not in order. But it's up to us, parents, you know what I'm saying, for us to establish that. Since I was born, my parents would let us know what who was the parent and the child. Yeah. Because eventually it'll come a time that, you know, you'll be to have, you're always going to have a parent and child relationship. But you eventually will have a parent. You'll always never stop being a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say Keon, them, they're older. But they know the parent, and they know that they still, by them being 26 and 23, they still know that we're the parent. And they know that they know their role. You know what I'm saying? As a child. But they're not a child, they're young adults. But they still know their role. So it'll come a time when that parent-child relationship switches. That if you establish it right, they will always know that you're their parent. And they will do everything to take care of the parent. And then there's going to be more parent-friend relationship as well. I think some parents get it twisted. You gotta be your friend. You gotta be a friend to your child. It don't work like that. Now you will eventually, that roles will come. Y'all draw more closely to that. But if you establish it right, they will always refer back to that's mom, that's dad. I'm gonna respect that. But then y'all can function like almost like, oh, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Kay and Keith, those are like my guys. We hang out, we talk about life, we talk about everything. We can talk about issues and this and that, but it doesn't get warped. They still know that's dad. But I can still relate to them. That's why you hear them say, it's like, shoot, we can hang out with our parents all the time. That's why they can hang out with us, because we're relatable. That we still have a friendship, a parent friendship, but they always know that it's always gonna be that parent-child relationship first. Everything else falls down in place. So that's why they can come to us like, I know that's mom and dad, but I can talk to them as a friend. Does that make sense? Yes, exactly. Exactly. They still get that feel like, we ain't gonna cross mom because mom don't play. She ain't no joke. But she's still mom. But you gotta establish that. It can't be the reverse roles. You can't go into having your kids saying, well, you just letting them be friends and y'all doing X, Y, and Z, doing, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because if you don't establish that, that can get twisted. I've seen a lot of that, especially in the Mika family. Like her cousins and stuff, they older, disrespectful to her aunts and stuff. Bad. Say, you don't talk to your aunts like that. She'll never curse at me. Never put their hands on me. Because they know. I seen her family members fighting each other like they out in the street. Don't do that. What kind of stuff is that? Because you didn't establish that foundation when they was young. Happens all the time. Gotta set that foundation, man. But yeah, that's one thing, guys. I don't try to toot our own horn like that, but if there's one thing I know, raise them. Is it perfect? Is it foolproof? No. Don't claim it to be. But I do plan to get, like this is what I said. For example, you know, anybody coming out orchids that makes any type of connection with our kids, if you can win their hearts, you're gonna be take care of life. That's why Kay can come in here and be transparent with y'all. He calls y'all family. He always connecting with y'all because that's genuinely them. It's been established in them. Time to go. Go to your cousin's house? Okay. Oh, okay. In Jesus' name, KJ. Sorry for that loss. Praying for strength today. Get back with us later. We love you. All things work together for the good. Your family's covered in Jesus' name. Yeah, man, you gotta establish that stuff from the jump. If you build it right, you can eliminate a lot of issues. A lot of stuff you don't have to worry about. But you gotta build it. You gotta be built right properly. Back at it. You just getting in from the outside, or you just getting in? All right.
Yep. But it happens at the weekend.
Yeah, I feel like my week was so long.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it's like because we went back to teachers went back to school this week. So this week was just full of meetings, trying to get everything ready, trying to get everything. Then we got a lot of new staff that came in too.
Okay, that's exciting.
The teacher services. When we talk about shortage, it's legit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And where are you at?
I'm at Fair Oaks.
Okay, yeah.
I'm at Home Springs High School.
Yeah.
So East End is like, they call us the opportunity school type deal because we have, I think when they send out a list, it's like 25% under staff. Like, those areas like it's a whole bunch of different schools like Virginia Randolph, like at my school, Holly Springs, like an Elko, like East End type schools, Fairfield, things like that. So it's like 25% understaffed. It's crazy because we had teachers coming in. We was in meetings and one lady came in we've never seen before. It's just hired that day.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was my fault. I should have.
Wow.
I usually thought she was
Like she knows what she's doing, right? Like.
So when Brenda gets back, she said she does second grade. So I don't know if she switched from another role or she did bring in because they bring in a lot of the board subs to cover certain positions.
Right.
They might have their degree.
Yeah.
They don't have a teacher's license yet, so they do a lot of them like that. So it's like, golly, but they just trying to get people, trying to get them in.
Yeah.
So he's dealing with that, and dealing with new people coming in, staff and things. We kind of like these meetings, blah blah blah, get ready, trying to set up our room, do this, do that. Me, see, I do special education, so I got autistic class. So it's like I had a new teacher that came in, which is a board sub, young gentleman, real nice, 23, right off the boat. Like got his degree, but it's not even in essential education. So I was like, oh my God, you don't need to apply for a license. So what you trying to do? Are you trying to get your license this and that? He said, yeah, I'm working towards getting a provisional. So I got to take a class. And I was like, well, that gives me concept, it'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
That you want to actually work in special ed.
Right. It's not just like you got thrown in
Right.
here.
This is a whole different animal outside,
Oh, yeah.
regular education.
Oh, definitely.
So I come to find out, I didn't know that when you had a board something like that, they can't do, we call them the IEP meetings or 504 plans for the disability. They can't do the IEPs. They can only sit in the meeting. They can't facilitate the meeting. So that just came across my desk. My department was like, I sent you. I said, all right.
Bye, girl. Have a good day.
So they sent all the caseload to me. You know, because my BBA license, I was thinking like, hold on. Like, so who's gonna do this? This is a principal, because it's just a principal here too.
Yeah.
I was like, he's such and such. What are they gonna do about it? Mr. T can do the meetings. And I'm just smiling like, so who's gonna do the meetings? She's like, Mr. Coley. I talked to her, she said that she's gonna do the paperwork. This and that, like, you know what I mean? She don't have her own kids.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's like, look, without me saying that, because I'm like, I'm a team player. I'm a team player. I get it. I said, I would be willing to help. Without being like, I could easily ask you. Mr. Coley, you do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, what's going to be? What do you think? It's not even actually just us doing
Assuming you
it.
didn't
It's just
just putting it on the desk.
It's
Yeah.
just crazy.
It's all about communication.
Just communicate.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm trying to get the roster straight. I was like, I sent this a couple of days ago, so we didn't even have a roster until yesterday.
And y'all start Monday, right?
It's like Monday. It's like, we got 3 new kids with the kindergartners coming in. They're developmentally delayed. So, you know, when they're a certain age, we don't start claiming eligibility until they start getting 6. So you really can't label them until they come at a certain age. So, you know, they start with school at 5.
Yeah.
So after they get out of pre-K, then you can start saying, okay, what is their label, what's their disability?
Okay. Yeah.
So you have to wait till they're 6. We got 3 coming in, they're all developmentally delayed. We don't know if they are autistic, we don't know if they have a learning disability. We don't know anything.
Like there's literally nothing. Just
Nothing yet. Yeah, so it's like, I'm just getting the paperwork. I'm looking at all these IEPs. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to be doing all this by myself.
you're not gonna be able to. It's not possible for one person.
It shouldn't be one person.
Right. It's just at all.
7 already took on an extra kid. So I had 6. I took on another one, which would be a kindergarten. So he had 4. And I'm thinking, well, he's ready. But he does have 2 assistants that's helping. One that was returning and a new one to the county. But she's worked like 10 years in the county, so she's done this. I have 1. But I'm like, we got a couple out of the 13 we know off the bat, we have 4 of them that have behavioral challenges. I call them behavioral challenges. You know, so they got baby issues. So
Yeah.
I have 2. He has 2, but one of his boys is a real behavioral child. He probably shouldn't even be in school. Like making plans and all this stuff. These are kids, that's why y'all be doing the news on kids being girls. That's one of him. And he need to get a replacement. So I said, man, y'all
And
gonna
isn't
have
that part of like IEPs and point of like you have to have, aren't you supposed to be like 2 to a certain amount of kids or something when you're in
It
that?
should be. Yeah, you should have a certain number, especially it should be over 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta deal with all different bunch of categories.
Right.
So, but you know, when you understand,
You gotta do what
you know what I'm saying, we kind of gotta do it. You know. But he has 6. I said, well, what I do is I structured the roster out. I told you, since I know the kids from last year, we lost 2. I don't know these kindergartners yet. I said, well, here does I take 2 kindergartners. I take 1. Because we don't necessarily go, they could be, I suppose we doing K through 2. And he doing 3 through 5. But all of them kind of on the same disability level, so we don't categorize them by grade. We go about what is their disability, you know what I'm saying, who functions best. So I was looking at it that way. What should be the best fit? Who's going to be the best fit in this classroom? Because he's new too, so I don't want to give him 2, 3 kids that just behavioral problems.
Right.
Now, me, definitely because I do this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I could take this one kid that's a problem, because he might have been a problem in that classroom, but when he came to me, he was fine. You know, and the good thing is he's a male too, but I think they need more male presence.
Yeah.
The whole body, we may have 5 males.
I feel like that's actually not surprising.
Yeah, you know, elementary, so 3 of me, myself, him, and then there's another gentleman, he's a family advocate, but he comes and works with all the kids in the school, which is cool. He's new this year. Both of us, all three of us, are female. The rest of our family is probably like 2 or 3 guys. That means, but teaching wise, it's us. When you have 2 other gentlemen there, one is new, and one of them he came from last year.
Okay.
So 5 of us total.
And more new.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's hard in general with going back to school, and then when you add like any type of special ability or anything, it's always different because they need more attention.
Yeah.
Like my cousin, he's 10 and he's severely autistic. He's not very verbal, but I do think that he would be able to be more verbal if he got that one. And so it's like I've seen the difference because like sometimes my cousin so it's like my 2 cousins, and then so it's like his aunt will he's acting crazy or something, and I'll come over and be like, what's up? Like, we're fine. He's acting fine because I'm not gonna allow it, and he has to be comfortable and allow him. It's okay for him to, just because he's loud and doing this doesn't mean that's bad. You just have to work it for that person. And that's, I can imagine doing a million of them basically. Like,
it's like you might have 6 of them, 5 or 6 of them, but they act like they're a whole bunch of them at one time.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with something. And it's, if you can manage it, because I look at it, I take them, I always tell a parent, it's like especially with autism, it's like they're going to have those, disability challenges that they may experience. And we legitimately understand it.
So it could have.
But I'm
You
not
just
going
answered
to
the
treat
phone.
them like
You did what I told you not to
it's
do.
a totally separate
Check the
kid.
phone.
They're still a kid.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if still a kid is inside of them, we just got to be able to get in there so we can extract
But don't
what's
check
within
it.
them, what we know their ability.
That you can get through if it calls more than once. Turn that off.
He
Because
doesn't
here's the thing, like, you
speak
can always put a
Spanish,
voice in at least at
but
7
he's,
and
I
still
think
call
his parents did, they were
You get what I'm saying? Like, I've honestly had to train my family.
I think they talked to him, but he knows it, but he's very, very smart, very intelligent. He was in kindergarten, so he's making stuff. He can actually read at kindergarten level in those countries.
So I would even like tell your family.
Numbers up to,
Don't call
you can give him like, hey, what's this? You write 100.
Yeah, my mom knows when
He
I like go to sleep.
can hang.
It's awesome.
Right.
So he's very intelligent, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, he can't say something.
Training.
Is this really causing him to he gets frustrated, he'll bang his head or he'll hit, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's something
He's
that
not
they're
really
gonna, it's
like
not a
noise
change for
driven.
you.
Like some of them may have like sensitivity to sounds.
Yeah.
He's not like that, but he has other child that he
They
can't
have to get you. And
But
all
if you
time
diagnose, figure out why, you can give him a squeeze, you give him something to occupy their attention, so then they can focus on. He wants to work on his time. But you gotta get him saying, you gotta work on our time together, so you can do this. And then they gonna start formulating something with him to his environment.
Right.
But you just can't say, oh, I'm giving you some cushion inside them. Really want
So it's kind of like,
Or get mad when they
or
do
get
it.
mad if they let him out, they scream and yell and do nothing.
Yeah, you gotta teach them to, like, cause I think something I said to my cousin, I was like, we don't know how to regulate our emotions. How do you think one child is? Let alone a child with any type of ability, like,
that's a whole different story.
disability ability, I
So I'll
don't know,
just
like,
call
learning
it-
disability,
I know,
because it's really not, but,
Yeah.
yeah, like, how do you expect us to, when, or them to, when we can't even do it, like, you get mad and yelling, so of course they don't get mad and yelling, like, yeah.
They just don't know how to express it like we do. We don't know how to manage their emotions yet.
Exactly.
But they can. We just gotta help them to get it. So,
Yep.
but it's like, it's difficult when you have like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Literally surrounded, like, you can't go
They
anywhere.
come and get you, and they're like, I got 2 that's nonverbal.
Okay.
But we able to sit down with them and manage it. Once you sit down with them and work with them, like you said, one-on-one plan, it just takes time to do that. So they can actually, but the regular ed classroom, and I get it, they can't, because they structure like testing and this, and they gotta get these kids to a certain level.
Yeah.
So it's like they don't have time to do that, you know what I mean? So that's why we get the special people to kind of work with that. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? But I love it. It's just like a lot of work from the beginning to get like going on.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Always.
this week was like,
I bet. Literally run around like a chicken with your head off.
so I was like, I gotta get it together. I said, they coming in this thing, you know what I mean? But I did finally get the roster straight.
Good.
So I was able to give him, I think it'll be a good mix. And I I told him I'm gonna take 7, he take 6, and we had to eliminate a couple because he got these 2 challenge. One boy's just 2 challenges because he can't have him throwing chairs and doing all this stuff and like starting endangering other kids. So we're gonna work together. We're gonna work it out. I think it's gonna be a great year. Like once we get everything in place, but that stuff, man. It'll wear you out.
Oh, 1,000%. I could definitely special people to do that, and God sent
You
you
have to
short.
keep rolling, man. It's like, Lord, that'll make me stressed. But it's good to see you. So what you got going on today?
I don't even know. I think it's something back to school because that's pretty much everything.
I know everything's kind of geared toward that. Huh?
Yeah, but like I know I'm doing a back to school start tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. So I'm like, I don't know if I'll do it 2 days from now, but it is back to school. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yep. About to figure that out.
Both of you out in the streets today. Guys, I'm back. Yo, is that Layla? DJ, what was I saying? You gotta bring me back to speed. Welcome, Layla. Make sure if you're new to us, man, go subscribe to our channel. We're always talking about that real stuff. I'm gonna go back. Kaya stayed at her dorm last night. So, yeah, you were talking about how you just went, yeah. So, but that was it. These like that's the formula, man. And that's what I was saying. So what I did was, it's just like, if you come into our orchestra, my thing is that I'm gonna give you a blueprint. You're gonna get a blueprint. Like I said, we had a couple of guys that come in the family, they wanna talk to the girls. And I'm looking at them, and I sit down and talk to them. And I straight up tell them, hold on, these.
Bye, Jessica. Bye. Hey, Jessica. Trying to wrap my brain around being here today. I know. How was your vacation? Okay, wait. I gotta go to the bathroom and come back. Actually, okay.
So Daisy, I was telling you, you come understand, I'm gonna give you the blueprint of success. Isn't that hard? It ain't nothing crazy, it ain't nothing challenging. So I tell these guys, so you sit in the family, the foundation's already been set with my kids. Already been set. You just gotta walk into the situation. Do what you need to do. They tell you straight from the jump, it's 3 things they want. You love God. Number 1 is put God first, or striving to get some type of relationship with Him. 2nd is family. We're big on family. You know what I'm saying? Big on family. And then 3 outside of that, chasing your passion and your desire in life. If it's something that you want to do, we're going to support it. We're going to support you. Because that's how we did with our kids. You come in there, you come into our orchestra, you come into our circle. Everything is clear cut. Dizzy, we don't fake around. We're going to give you the real. We're going to keep it real. We're going to make sure that you're productive and you're successful in life, period. It ain't going to be nothing like this complex that you gotta go through. Come on, man. You still, you ain't going yet?
I know, I'm trying to get out of here.
You ain't trying to go. You
I'm
ain't,
trying.
you ain't trying to go. Would you go home? Straight here, go home, take a nap, and then you start your day?
Actually, no, I gotta still work until like 5.
What?
So I'm doing online stuff too.
Oh my gosh.
I know. That's why I'm like, so here I got to write this car crash. 3 people died on the interstate.
Oh Lord. Today?
Yeah, last night some car was just stopped in the middle of the highway.
No
and
way.
it got hit in the back. It's kind of like, why would y'all stop in the highway, like in the middle of the lane? And they got hit by a pickup truck. So
Oh my
3
God.
people
So
died. But
killed the
thing
person
is,
that was the people that were in the car, then it killed the person.
yeah. But the thing is, they were already stopped in the street. So it's like, were they already dead? Or did the accident, because why was they stopped on the middle of the highway, you know?
Yeah.
Something could have happened in the car that caused them to stop like that.
Wow.
So I guess we'll find out later. But I
Was
think
it later on at night? Like early?
it was like 2 in the morning.
Oh,
last
no.
night, yeah.
I guess they'll figure it out because maybe it was like a
fight or something in the
or
car.
drunk drive. Like maybe they was like they passed out or something.
Yeah, because it was like two females and then 1 male. They think it's like 21.
Oh man. Easy. Give me the blueprint, man. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing complicated. So when these guys come in, I try to tell them straight. So Lala stayed at her dorm last night. And first night as a college student. So that was fun. But yeah, man. Basically, I was saying is that as a parent, I'm giving you the blueprint. Sorry, guys, walking this dock, walking into the studio. As a parent, I'm giving you the blueprint for success as far as with relationships. You already know, we big relationship family. If you just follow the blueprint I give you, you're gonna have success. My kids ain't hard, like, it's act like these guys that, you know, they dealing with, some of them, or even the girls, like, it's complicated. What you see is what you get with us. You know, it's not gonna lie. It ain't gonna tell you no story. You know, we ain't formulating or acting like something that we aren't. You know what I mean? What you see is what you get. Now, if you want something outside of that, then that's on you. But the blueprint I'm gonna give you is gonna work. It's gonna be successful. Why? Because I did it. I think sometimes people fail to realize that Mom and I once were teenagers. Were we bad people? No. You know what I'm saying? Did we make mistakes? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we're gonna tell you what we learned, how we corrected it, and what's been working. You act like, you just can't discredit. Like what, Mom and I have been married for 26 years? But what you fail to realize, we dated 4 before we even got married. And even before that, with Mom and I, we were friends before that. So I've known her since 15. So I know how 15-year-olds function. And not only that, I had older brothers and siblings that have relationships. It's like, come on, man. Come on. You know what I mean? Coley! What's up, boy? Love you, son. But that's what I was saying, is like, DZ, the blueprint for success is there. And I try to tell these guys, even with the ladies, like, you know, thank God, you know, At this point, B is my daughter-in-law, period, flat, you know, hands down. You know, she got a gym, K got a gym, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's a blessing. Key is getting there, you know, I'm working on himself and making sure he getting himself right. So he locked in whoever, you know, he end up with and relationships he established, he gonna be locked in. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, K, you know where I'm at, babe. Getting this building work in, just having a little conversation with our peeps. Outside of that, man, it's simple. But the guys, seem like it's the toughest with the guys. We got these guys coming into these relationships. It's not hard. Like, they understand who we are. Like the guy Kyle was with. He had it made. He had it made, y'all. Come on now. It's like, you don't get no better. Then you got the blueprint of success. The only thing you just got to do is treat my baby right. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. But no, you want to do something totally opposite. So that's why you're not here. It's 3 things. Love God, love family, you know what I'm saying? And chase your passions. You can ask Kay, that's always what I preach. When I was young, love God, love family, and just pursue your dreams, your passions. Everything else will work out for the. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Deezy. But Deezy, I was trying to hold out for a little bit, but I guess I'm just going to have to drop you the nuggets. I told you I'm going to circle back on the nuggets for you. You know, if you're ready, I got it for you. Just let me know if you're ready, Deezy, and I'll let you know. Give you that nuggets you're looking for. Deezy, you're going to have to circle back on what you had asked. Was it how I got more? What was the question? You got to circle back for me. Yeah, circle back for me. Yeah, how you get more. All right. Might want to put that joint on screen record. About to drop it. All right. So that way you can go back and maybe share that. Go back and listen to it. You got it right there. After I give you this, there ain't no turning back. You got to take that thing and run with it. You got to take it and run with it, baby. So, ain't no excuses that you can't go out and have a golden relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, no, but look. So, as you know, I met Mom and she was 15 in high school. And of course, she was a new girl actually coming to the school. She was 15. She came in like 10th grade. I was already at the school at the time. So, you know, I already kind of established myself. I was like the jock type deal or whatever you want to call it, she'll say. But she was kind of new girl. She was the new girl on the block. So everybody pursuing the new girl. You already know what time it is. Oh, shoot, Dizzy, hold on. Dizzy, hold on. Give me... Hold on, hold that thought. I'm gonna come back with you. I got it. I gotta go to this back real quick, because I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Kai, I gotta go pick Kai up too, so... sit you up here real quick, because if I go to the back, you can get knocked out. So y'all just hold on. Look at TV real quick. If you gotta go get your popcorn or whatever, go get it. I'll be back. Give me 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I'll be back. 3 minutes.